Okay. Now, what are stock exchanges? That is the place where we can buy and sell the stocks. Okay. So trading of stocks at both national and international level is carried out on several exchanges known as stock exchanges. Can anybody tell me how many stock exchanges are there in India? Okay. 2, 8, 4, all right. When anybody will ask you such a question, that how many stock exchanges are there in India, okay, then understand that I'm not asking how many national stock exchanges in India or national or international. I'm asking how many stock exchanges in India. So that includes both national as well as regional stock exchanges. All right. Now what happened? Earlier in total, there were more than 20, I guess 21 stock exchanges were there in India, regional stock exchanges, and 8 national stock exchanges. Okay. Now, out of these 21 regional stock exchanges, 20 stock exchanges have already closed in the past. Right. Now, we have just one regional stock exchange which is still operative, that is the Kolkata Stock Exchange, right? Apart from that, we have 8 national stock exchanges in India as of now. BSE and NSE are the biggest ones and the most known. That is why everybody answers that we have only 2 stock exchanges in India. Right? But there are actually 8 stock exchanges in India. Now, these not exactly stock exchanges. The correct term will be that how many exchanges are there in India. So if I have to tell you how many exchanges are there in India, then there are 8 exchanges in India. Out of these, you can say there are various. Now, these 8 exchanges have various national stock exchanges as well as some other types of exchanges. For example, we have BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, we have National Stock Exchange, NSE, then we have Indian International Stock Exchange, that is also one more there. Then we do have Metropolitan Stock Exchange of India, right? Then we have these are the stock exchanges. Apart from these, we have some commodity exchanges also. That is Indian Commodity Exchange, Multi Commodity Exchange, that is MCX. Then we have NCDEX, that is National Commodity and Derivative Exchange. Okay, so these various exchanges are there in India. So 21 regional exchanges. Out of those, only one regional exchange is now operative, that is Kolkata Stock Exchange. and the rest of the national exchanges are still being operative. Now, what are stock exchanges? Stock exchanges are places just like vegetable markets wherein we can purchase and sell vegetables. Here in these virtual markets, we can buy and sell shares of the companies. If somebody wants to invest into shares of a company, then that individual can go to the stock exchange, get a demat account opened, get it linked to the exchange, and then can start buying and selling the shares of the various companies which are listed there on the stock exchanges. Okay. Bombay Stock Exchange, that is BSE, and NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, are the ones which are primarily used for investments. All right. What is just to check how many of you know what is the index of Bombay Stock Exchange and what is the index of NSE? Index I'll explain later on. Those who don't know, don't worry, I'll explain it. But still, those who know can tell me, write it down. The exchange, the index of BSE and the index of NSE. Good. So the index of BSE is Sensex and the index of NSE is the national, the Nifty. Good. Now, so the stock exchanges are the ones wherein from where we can buy and sell the stocks of various companies. We can get to know that what are the prices of the shares of various companies, and we can start trading into these. Right now, how to invest? What is the process? So the process is that, see, you cannot open an account directly with the stock exchange. All right. Now, there are licensed brokers in the industry. These brokers are listed with the stock exchanges as stock brokerage houses. You as an investor, if you want to invest into the shares of the companies over these stock exchanges, you have to get an account opened with a stock brokerage house, with a brokerage house. For example, India Infoline, IIFL, then maybe India Bulls, Sher Khan, then maybe ICICI Direct, right? So these sorts of companies are the ones, the brokerage houses are the ones wherein you can get your demat account opened. This demat account will be under the account of that particular stockbroker, and through that stockbroker, you will be able to trade at various stock exchanges, that is the NSE and the BSE. All right. Now, since you will be using the services of these brokers, of these brokerage houses, so because the money is being routed through these brokerage houses, they are providing you the facility to invest into the stocks of companies or maybe bonds and other securities. So they will be charging a certain amount of commission over that. That is called the brokerage fee. Okay. So different brokers have different brokerage fees, and you can choose the broker which is providing you or which is offering you the maximum possible services at the least possible cost. So that means an optimum combination of the, you can say, the brokerage fee as well as the options of investments, that is the services which are being offered, right? Now, why stock should be in your portfolio, that I've already explained. You can read this anyway. Just take 10 seconds to read this slide and the next slide, and then I'll move ahead. Just a refresher. Next slide. Right. So the two types of earnings which we are going to get out of the stocks investments are dividends and capital gains. Dividends and capital gains are taxed at a lower preferential rate. Now, what do I mean by that? Is see, whatever income you will be getting through your salary and other investments, that income will be added into your total income. And let's say if that crosses the limit or it falls in the slab rate of 20% or 30%, then your income will be taxed at 30% or 20% maybe. That is above 5 lakhs and above 10 lakh rupees. But doesn't matter where exactly your income is falling in the slab, the tax which is going to be calculated on the capital gains and the dividends which you will be earning through investment into stocks. Listen to this carefully. Doesn't matter where your income falls in the slab rate, the tax rate for dividends and capital gains through investment into stocks is fixed at 10%. Okay. So dividends, in case of dividends, that is 10%, but then again, there is a very high limit that is of 10 lakh rupees per annum. Only after that, the dividend will be taxed. These comes actually pre-taxed in your hands. So not going into deeper details about that. What do I mean is that